Hey, Royal Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. One of the greatest things that I wanted to watch out for, being that I was wounded, is not wounding someone like I had been wounded. That's what a lot of times we don't really think about that. We just know that we've been wounded and we go ahead and we prey on other people out of the aspect of not understanding what the wounding was about. The wounding was about possessing you so that you can go do the work for the spirit that possessed you. That's how all the stuff gets started around about, and it gets from one place to the next. I've talked about that before. How the spirit uses, oh, excuse me, you all. I just had dinner earlier. Sorry. Um, so, I, I was wounded, and I was wounded by the wounded. See, that's what we don't understand, is that we have the power to stop wounding one to another. But like I said, I was wounded by the wounded, and the greatest thing that I fought against was not wounding someone like I have been wounded. But I still cause wounds. Because I cause wounds because it takes time to understand and to deal with your wound. That's why I speak so much about healing. And a lot of times we don't understand that we are wounded, you know. So we go around and we're angry and we're misguided and we're misunderstood because we're trying to express something that we don't know how to express. It usually sometimes comes out in violent ways and promiscuous ways and drug abuse. And I want to say this too to my brothers and sisters out there that got plenty of money. Money don't make a wound no better. All money do to a wound is make you be able to dress it properly, suited and booted, nice cars, big houses, plenty of money in the bank, so you can destroy yourself even more. People think just because people have money that they don't have wounds. They get wounded too, because all the dysfunction is in every individual in this world. It's just what you decide to do with the dysfunction. So as I was saying, and I know I had wounded others, and but through the complications of my own wounds that trickled over made me very guarded. Yes, and I had a damn right to be guarded. See, I had a right to be guarded as I got older, because those who were supposed to guard me, I don't think they literally done it on purpose not to guard me, but they were busy doing other things that they could not guard me properly. So now that I didn't have the person watching over me, because they was usually about working, school, just trying to get things handled, and then we got mishandled through them handling what they needed to handle. So you cannot blame them for handling the business that they need to handle, and then you got mishandled during that process. But you have to come to that mindset. And I'm not saying if someone has done something to you, you have to go be their friend and kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying just understand how things happen to us, and that we should be very careful not to wound anyone else. We need to stop the madness. So let me go on. So like I said, it trickled over and I was guarded. And plenty of you are probably guarded too. This is why I'm sharing this story with you. This story is just not about me. I'm sharing what I understand so that you can understand it within yourself, so that you'll be able to help yourself. That's why I'm saying it to you. So let me move on and let me finish this thing. So I became very guarded. And like I said, I had a right to be. I was very blunt, and I still am very blunt. You know, usually people that come with very bluntness wasn't given the right to speak, or what happened to them made them silent because they didn't know what to say, or they were threatened not to say anything. So now as they heal throughout their life, they become very blunt. And it's not purposely to try to hurt someone. It's just that I'm going to say what I need to say, because when I needed to say what I needed to say before, I was shut up. You better not tell nobody. So, like I said, very blunt, willing to go the distance. And then through you not really having people there for you in life, is that you're willing to go the distance with people that you shouldn't travel a mile with. The reason why you're willing to go the distance with somebody that you shouldn't even travel a mile with, because somebody didn't go a yard for you. So now you have this thing in you that I'm not gonna do somebody like they did me. I'm a roll with my friends. I'm a roll with my family, and that makes you dysfunctional, because there's some people that need to be cut off. It don't matter what the title is, and no matter how you know them. If they are not in proper formulation of getting you to your destination, you need to vacate the premises. And you need to leave them people alone. If you're going to keep going through the same thing over and over again, calling them your friend, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa. Those are just titles. And people, there are expectations under those titles. But just because somebody holds a title, don't mean they hold the responsibility that that title is supposed to hold. Love, respect, integrity, truth, love, protection, and proper direction. So you'll go the distance with people that you shouldn't travel a mile with in this life at all. You're faithful and committed to people that didn't get it. They think you a damn fool. You were faithful and committed, and they didn't get it. You wasn't faithful and committed because you was a fool. You were faithful and committed because that's who you are. But they pushed it. They tried it. Now they can't find it. Yes, sir. And they thought, like I said, they thought you was foolish. Very foolish when you stuck in there with them and you helped them. And even though they crossed you, you know what I'm saying? You were a survivalist of the game. Yes, sir. You are the survivalist of the game. You're still here. But you don't want to carry on that toxicity and mess the rest of your life up because we stayed and we rode and we walked a mile with somebody we shouldn't have traveled an inch with. That's why I'm sharing this with y'all. I'm sharing all the plays that got them played so that you don't get played. You know, you be like, well, okay, well, they cheated on me, so I'm going to cheat on them. So, you're going to lower yourself because they low. Then the game has been played accordingly. The spirits come to turn you. to keep you from getting that point of view that you have of you. Don't lower yourself. That was the plan, to bring you down, to do you dirty so you'll lose hope, to get you so stressed out that you get on dope, to speak so much negativity in your life. When somebody speaks positivity, you can't even hear it. For you to miss the opportunity of true love that has nothing to do with sex. Sex is just a side effect. So let's be careful with the wounds that we have been wounded by those who are wounded, that we don't go around wounding anybody else. And I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.